Last year, I fulfilled a long held dream of going to Mexico and spending an extended time abroad. 4 months to be exact. Yes, 4 months spent in Mexico. But would you believe me if I told you that it took me 2 whole years? Two. 2 whole years of waiting just to get to that point. Please do not be like me. Don't be like me. In this video, I'm going to share some lessons learned so you don't need to, and I'm also going to encourage you to not deny your dream. So let's get into it. Me and solo adventures go together real bad. I mean, if you follow my Instagram, if you follow my TikTok pages, which if you're not doing, you should be doing, I will put them on the screen. Please make sure you're following those. But I post a lot about solo adventures, having fun, doing things by myself. So we go together like this, okay? If there's something that I can do and I can make it solo, I'm probably gonna do it. And when I had an inkling that I wanted to do some extended travel abroad solo, I was like, okay, I did my Googles, I did my finding groups on Facebook and joining them. I even did coaching, okay? And you know what happened next, right? I went abroad right away. I went abroad. No, I did not go abroad right away. I knew in 2022 that I wanted to go abroad, but I waited 2 years to act on the decision. So when I'm telling you to live your life, to live out your dreams, to go through these experiences, I'm not saying it just because. I'm saying it because I had an experience where I waited for a dream that I had been having for a while. So I'm speaking from experience when I say to live out those dreams. If you are ready to take the action, then download my free Look Into Your Life workbook guide, and that is going to get you started on taking some action in your life. So it's down there in the description box below. Make sure you download it. Let's get into these lessons. The first lesson that I learned was that there was never going to be a perfect moment. Period. There is never going to be a perfect moment. There's always going to be another reason or another excuse as to why we can't do it, whatever it may be. Our minds are going to constantly come up with reasons why we cannot do something. For me, my excuse was funds. I kept telling myself, I don't have the funds to leave. I don't have the funds to sustain myself while I am abroad for this extended period of time. Whole time, I'm spending money within those 2 years while I'm still living here in the States. So make it make sense. It doesn't make sense. I had the funds. I was coming up with an excuse as to say, I need to save more money. I need to save more money. Whole time I already had it. So there's never going to be a perfect moment to go. We just have to do it anyway. Whatever that it is, we just have to do it anyway. The second lesson I learned was that fear will only cripple us if we allow it to. We have to do things when we are scared. If we're trying something new, we are not as confident in doing that new thing because it's something that we're unfamiliar with. My fear was more of the financial aspect, not so much doing the extended travel alone because I had already taken a solo trip prior. It was more so of the financial aspect. But when I realized that I was spending the same way that I would spend, or maybe even differently, actually, I would probably spend less when I was abroad. I was like, there's really no reason for me to be scared. And I realized that it was this financial scarcity mindset. That was the fear that was keeping me from achieving this dream, from going abroad. That was what was holding me back. Sometimes we do need to do things when we are scared. It seems scary, but we learn along the way. That gets into the third lesson I learned, which was we are more prepared than we actually think. In previous videos, I've talked about preparation to the point of stagnation. We prepare and we prepare and we prepare so much so to the point that we don't even do anything. But we already have the tools that we need to help us succeed that are going to set us up for success. I joined Facebook groups and I got coaching support. I learned what I needed to learn. It got to the point where I was procrastinating and calling it preparation. I already knew what I needed to know. And the joy about this is that I was learning along the way. And I think that is what we tend to forget is that we learn along the way, which is okay. We're always going to be learning, and it's okay to not know everything. But as long as you know enough to get you to the next step, then you are prepared. You did the research and you know what to expect. So that would be the third lesson that I learned. And I understand taking action is not always easy. Sometimes we do have to learn some lessons. Like me, I learned my lesson 2 years of waiting just to go on a trip that I wanted to go on forever, even before 2022, but we're not even going to talk about that. So I know it's not easy. Make sure you download the freebie because it's in the description box and it will help you. Okay, so let's wrap up. 1, there is never going to be a perfect moment. 2, fear will only cripple us if we allow it to. And 3, we are more prepared than we think. Let's stop denying our big, beautiful, wonderful dreams. They are our dreams for a reason. They are meant for us to live them, to experience them, to have fun and enjoy them. They are not meant to be buried or forgotten. So just remember that. And now that you know that you need to stop denying your dreams, make sure you watch this next video on how to achieve your dreams, step 1. And I will see y'all in the next video. Bye.